All right, everybody, welcome to our Web Center bi-monthly webinar series. I'm excited about tonight's topic and actually got a lot of great questions and comments online today about it, so I'm really excited to be sharing this information. Just a couple of very quick announcements before we dive in. Just with regard to recording, we are recording tonight's webinar, and as long as it's a successful recording, we will be uploading it to our very brand new dedicated YouTube page, which I'm hoping will be launched as early as tomorrow. Without a doubt, it'll be ready by Friday, and we've been uploading previous webinars to the YouTube account and also creating playlists so that you can more easily find the types of recordings that you're looking for. We've been doing so many of these and uploading all of them that we were finding that people that were looking for things on sales or business building or the internship program or global or EMP or whatever, it was difficult to find what you were looking for. And that's why over the past few weeks, we've been actually experimenting with different options. So I'm really excited about our new YouTube page, and I will be announcing that this week. You won't have to wait any longer. You'll be able to see all of the recordings, even the ones that have not been uploaded within the past few sessions, okay? Webinars are conducted on the first and third Tuesday of every month. Any announcements with regard to those webinars, whether it's a cancellation or a topic or if we have a guest speaker or whatever, they're always announced the day of the scheduled webinar via our Facebook page. So all you've got to do is be a fan of us on Facebook, which is facebook.com/official MAWC411, and become a fan of us, and you can get all relevant information. Just one second. If you could just one quick. I apologize for that, you guys. All right. So anyway, that's when the webinars are conducted. And actually at International Convention this year, we're going to be announcing a brand new webinar schedule. And it's going to feature all kinds of new exciting topics. And there's going to also be action-based webinars, which are really, really exciting. And university major overviews and more continuing education, all kinds of exciting new things coming to the webinar series. So super excited about that as well. And finally, our last announcement, if you have any questions throughout tonight's webinar, please feel free to send me that question in your question box on your admin, and I'm going to answer all of the questions at the end of the webinar. If you have a personal question or if it's related to a topic other than what we're talking about tonight, please feel free to send me an email, and I will do everything I can to help you. My email is sararose@marketamerica.com. All right, so without further ado, let's get started. Tonight's webinar is called WebCenters Beyond the Initial Sale. And what we're going to be learning about and exploring tonight are techniques and strategies for better customer service as web center owners, right? I think that as internet entrepreneurs and as Market America Unfranchise owners, we feel more confident with following up and being customer managers with our other products that we sell because it just feels more natural, and it feels more natural because they're just products that we use, so it's easier to follow up. So I want to give you some strategies that you can implement for becoming a better customer manager, because if you're a better customer manager, then you then create better customer relationships. Better customer relationships lead to all kinds of great things like referrals for additional website sales. It also leads to more business opportunities for you with your website client, like sharing, building share of customer, selling more product, right? Or what about recruiting with web centers? It all starts with being a good customer manager and having a relationship with your client. And so if you don't have that relationship, it's it's not impossible to do those other things. It's just more difficult. So what I want to do is I want to start from the very beginning of the process and take you from just literally customer relationship management strategies all the way through recruiting. All right, so let's get into it. Who do you think gets more referrals in business? A distributor or a business owner that does follow up with their clients and keeps an ongoing open door relationship policy with their clients, or the distributor that disappears once a sale is made, right? When you sell a website, if you never talk to that client ever again, do you think that you are more or less likely to get a referral from that client, right? Why is that? Well, it's simple. When a person feels valued, or if you're investing time and you're demonstrating interest in your client on an ongoing basis, even after that sale is made, they feel valued, right? They feel like, okay, great, this person really does value our relationship and does want to grow from here. They want to do business with you because of that value, and they feel comfortable recommending you to other people because they know what a good service you provide. And I'm going to be very specific about that in a second. I don't mean that you need to follow up with your clients and do everything for them. I'm simply saying that when you demonstrate interest in your client after a sale is made, that speaks volumes about you as a business owner, right? Because you build value. You get your client hooked on the product. And I'm going to tell you what I mean by that and how in just a minute. And by the way, these strategies that we're going to cover for WebCenters, they 100% are applicable for all sales, whether we're talking about general Market America product sales, or we're talking about website sales or shop.com preferred customers, and even the business, right? We sell the business. And it's very applicable across the board. So how do you currently follow up? Right, with your existing clients, whether for other products, what's typical for you when you sell a bottle of OPC3? Do you suddenly, all of a sudden, turn into a doctor or some sort of medical professional? Right? Of course not. For some reason, when we sell health and nutrition products, we don't feel the pressure to all of a sudden take on a new role or some sort of new professional identity, right? We don't do that. You probably ask your clients questions like, "Hey, how are you feeling since taking the product?" Or, "Are you taking the product every day? Are you being compliant with the product?" Right? Are you mixing the right amount of water with the right amount of powder? Have you stopped taking it? Perhaps you might invite them to try another product that goes well with the first one, right? If you have a client that's on digestive enzymes, maybe you would offer them to try probiotics or greens or aloe, right? Some other product that goes really, really well with the digestive line of products that we have. Those are the typical kinds of questions that we ask as unfranchised owners to our customers. So, and again, these are health and nutrition products. So, and we don't feel that pressure to all of a sudden know all of the science behind the product. We simply ask the customer questions that have to do with them and their experience with the product, not the science behind the product. We don't do any product education, right? So how do you then apply that same kind of strategy of follow-up as a web center owner? Right? What if you're not a techie person? How do you then follow up with your website clients? Do you have to call them up and be prepared to walk them through our product and how to use it? You shouldn't have to, and you really shouldn't be doing that, even if you do know the answers to their technical questions. So I want to encourage you that it's okay, and you should not be afraid of the technical questions that are going to come up when you do a follow up with your website client, because I guarantee you guys, when you do a follow up with your web center client, they're going to ask you questions that you don't know the answers to. Even if you tell them a million times over and over again where their questions get answered, when they call you, they like you, they have a relationship with you, and they're going to ask you your questions. And your job at that point is to apply the isotonics customer manager strategy, right? It's that technique that you're going to apply, and you're going to tell them where they can get their answers to those very technical questions. But just by making the phone call and opening up that conversation, you are doing awesome things for your website business, okay? So, as web center owners, we will focus on manage our customers the exact same way that an isotonics customer would be managed, if that makes sense, right? So what happens when the sale is made? As a web center owner, when you sell a website, the goal is not to then become the business owner's personal designer or their consultant or their tech support, right? You can't be everything for them. And to be fair, that's not what they're paying for. They're paying $50 a month for an excellent product and service. They're paying $50 a month for teams of professionals that do this for a living and every single day to support them in a better online marketing strategy. And us as distributors, we can't provide all of that at once, right? So what do we do as a follow-up? The goal is not that, but rather to talk about compliance, right? To make sure that they are quote unquote taking the product, meaning using the product every day. To make sure that they know who to contact for the questions that they have, and to follow up, because follow up leads to loyal customers, and loyal customers leads to more opportunities to sell more products, and also for opportunities to expand your business and show them the business opportunity that you have. And again, it all starts with loyal customers. So let's take a look at some effective ways to just begin your follow-up process, and get your client started the right way, right away, um, right off the bat, as soon as a website is sold or launched. Okay. So the very first thing that you can do to be a good customer manager, whether you are doing simple sales or networking approach, if you have a simple approach to your web center business, or whether you are, way more involved in your majoring, a very easy and simple thing to do is to pick up a phone or to send an email and reach out to your client and just teach them how to log into their web center. Just simply say, listen, I'm so excited. I'm so grateful to have you on as a client. I'm excited for where this is going to go for you. I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to log into your website. And you have two options for them to do that. If you're doing simple sales, then you want to go with option A. You want to go with sending them to s.mawebcenters.com/login. Because just to be clear, if you're doing simple sales, then you're positioning yourself not as a web center major or professional, but as a referral based sales approach, right? You're recommending this product because it's a great product. So you wouldn't send them to a domain name of your own, because why would you have that if you're not specializing in something? So this first solution will work either way, but if you're doing simple sales, you want to go with this first one. If you are taking your web center business very seriously, and you're making a conscious effort to do some personal branding, and you have a domain name for your web center like I do, you can certainly send your website clients right to your web center, your domain name, and they can log in at the top right hand corner of your web center. And that's just really nice, because every time they log into their web center or their website, they have to go through your web center first. And that's really kind of cool, because it keeps you in the front end of their mind. All right. So again, you would not do the web center domain name if you are using the simple sales approach, but you still can make this phone call and teach them how to log in by simply sending them to the right website to log into their website. A second strategy that I highly recommend, and I do this with every single one of my new clients, because, well, to be fair, it's, this is what they're paying for. Like I said in the beginning, they're paying for the entire product. And if they don't understand how to use the support, the entire product can be a little intimidating, because it's so big. There's so many resources and tools and marketing tools and other opportunities that they have with their website product that they will not open up because they don't know how to use it. But if they know how to access customer care and the support people that are there to support them in getting these tools implemented, then they're going to use the product more. And again, what do you think will last longer? An isotonics client that takes their OPC3 every day, or the isotonics client that takes it once every other month, right? If they're taking it every day, they're going to experience the benefits of the product. The same thing is true for a website client. If they're using support, and if they're using the tools within their product, guess what? You're building value into the product. And so them understanding support is a very, very big part of them using the product. So I always take 5 to 10 minutes, either over the phone or in person, to teach them how to access their resources, right? I don't teach them how to edit their website. I don't teach them how to use the email marketing system or their e-commerce system. What I teach them is how to get the support that they're paying for. There's 24/7 award-winning customer care, right? So I give them the phone support number. I show them how to log into live chat support. And the way that you do that is when you log into the website, at the top right-hand corner, there's a link that says, live chat support. All you've got to do is click on that link, and you can chat live with a technician right away. I also point out to them at the top of every page inside of the website, almost every page, there's a green link, and that green link says "Help for this page." And what that is if you click on that green link, it only gives you help topics that are relevant for whatever page you're on. So for example, if you're in the e-commerce section of your website and you click on help for this page, it will jump you right over to the e-commerce help section. Whereas if you were in the email section of your website and you clicked on the green link that says help for this page, it would then jump you to the email help section of notes and frequently asked questions. So that's really helpful too, because sometimes people don't want to chat live; they just want to find their answer quick and read it. I give them the email and I show them the form on my web center. So this takes 5 to 10 minutes. And you guys, if there's one thing that you can do for yourself as a web center owner, this is so crucial. Like I said, this is what your clients are paying for. So teach them how to use it. And also, this will free you up from feeling like you have to answer questions that, or feeling responsible to answer questions, and it teaches your clients who they need to go to get their customer care. Because there's nothing worse than having clients calling you all the time because they think you're the one to go to answer their questions. That's a huge waste of their time and it's a huge waste of your time. Another really great follow-up strategy is a simple thank you. These are handwritten cards that one of our Web Center fast track coaches that you guys are going to get to meet at International, his name is Don Fagan. He's from Wisconsin. He sends out personal handwritten thank you cards to his clients. It's a very simple way to say thank you and to build some customer rapport, right? Who sends out handwritten letters to anyone anymore? And you can see actually that he's written different little messages to all of these clients. And then to make it, business sense for himself, he attaches a business card and he lets them know a little bit about his referral program. A thank you goes a long way. I think people don't realize how powerful that can be. Because again, when somebody feels valued, it makes them want to do more business with you. It makes them excited to recommend you. If I'm telling you guys, I think about the last time you had a really great waitress at a restaurant or a really great experience at a store or something, right? When you had a really great experience and you felt important, did you not then turn around and recommend that place to somebody else? The same thing is true here. So it all starts with building this very simple value proposition in yourself and in the product by, like I said, a thank you card or teaching them how to use support or just something as simple as showing them how to log in. These are things that teach them that you care. It demonstrates that you care, right? So now let's move on. We've talked about some initial follow-up that you can do to make sure your client is ready to go and they're set up to succeed right away. So now what do? You've gotten these very basic things out of the way. So how do you stay in touch with a client that has a website product, right? You can't, it's a little different than TLS or something, right? When you're on TLS and you have a client that's on that lifestyle management system, that's a lifestyle thing. That's something that's an ongoing thing. It's a way of life. It's a healthful way of life. And it's easy to stay in touch with that. But what kinds of things can you be doing on a long-term basis to continue to build value with your customer, to continue to keep them as a loyal customer, right? Think about these concepts. Think about compliance. That's like the big word for me. Think about compliance. Are you taking the entire product? Are you taking the product every day? Think about updates, right? So when you're following up and you're doing website compliance, why is that even important? Why would you even do that at all? Well, like I said, isotonics taken every day is more effective than taken sporadically. Website strategies that are managed on a regular basis are more successful than website strategies that are not managed on a regular basis. And by regular basis, I don't mean, daily or hourly. I just mean on a regular basis. If somebody's logging into their website even once a week to update their specials for their restaurant, their website is going to be more successful. If somebody is logging into their website administration even once a month to update some keywords, their website is going to be more successful. So the more engaged your clients are with their website strategy, the more successful that strategy will be for them. And if that strategy is successful for their business and it's helping and supporting their business, they will be very grateful to you and they will be loyal customers because it's working. Right? If your client is using the entire product, not just the website, but if they're using the customer relationship management system or the email marketing system or the social media management system or e-commerce, they will see the bigger value proposition behind the product. And let's be honest, almost every client is not going to start off using every single part of our solution because it's so big and we offer them so very much for so very little. So the goal is to help them grow into the solution, right? And help their business to grow with our solution, right? If your client is using the entire product, they will appreciate the simplicity, which again leads to loyalty with customers and more referrals. Because here's the deal, if they're using all of those things that I just talked to you about, customer relationship management systems or email systems or social media systems or e-commerce systems or whatever, right? Search engine optimization systems. If they're using all of those things and they're seeing it work and they love that they can log into their website and manage all of those things, they very much will appreciate how simple that is versus having to secure solutions for all of those things individually. Again, it comes with showing them just a little bit at a time and helping them to grow. And very importantly for yourself as a web center owner, you will be duplicating the correct system. And because you're duplicating the correct system, you'll be freed up. You'll have enough time to be able to sell more websites. If you're not duplicating the right system and teaching your clients how to use support so that they can use their entire product, you're not going to have enough time to sell websites because you're going to be answering phone calls. And instead of being a business owner and a web center owner, you're going to turn into tech support. So again, it's important to understand that when you're doing follow-up for product compliance, that it all leads to you showing them where they can get the support they need to start using the tools that you're talking about. So here's what I recommend that we do. All right, have your client ask your client specific questions, and you don't have to ask them all of these questions all at once. You want to email them once in a while, or once a month or once a quarter, or pick up the phone and call, whatever you feel comfortable doing, and just ask them, hey, are you updating your content? Have you had a chance to use our editor? Have you been updating your product catalog? Things like that. Are you using the marketing tools that come with your website? Maybe pick a specific one. One of the things I like to do is pick a feature of the month and contact your clients to turn them on to it. So, and again, maybe it doesn't have to be once a month. Maybe it could be once a quarter. Whatever system that would work for you or that you could commit to be on a regular basis so that you get them used to hearing from you on some sort of regular basis, that's fine. It could be once a week. It could be once a month. It could be once a quarter or whatever. And so think about things like email or blogging or the mobile websites, right? If this month you want to talk about mobile websites and just contact all of your clients one-on-one and just say, hey, just checked out your website. It's looking great. Hope you're doing well. Just wanted to let you know that, we can mobilize your website for free. All you've got to do is call into customer care and have one of our one of our customer care representatives walk you through doing that. It'll probably take you anywhere between 10 and 15 minutes, but hey, then you have a free mobile website. Hope things are well, and we'll talk to you later. Really simple stuff, right? You don't have to get crazy. You don't have to actually mobilize their website with or for them. You're just simply letting them know about an awesome opportunity that's free that they get to do. And it's just building value. Customer care is implementing a feature of the month program that we just came, Jeremy and I and Brett, we just came up with this idea a few weeks ago. And because I've been doing it with my clients, and I know other people have as well. And so customer care is implementing this idea, except for it's only going to be implemented for people that call into tech support. So when a client calls into tech support to get their question answered, at the end of the call, they'll say something like, "I'm glad that we could help you with your questions. Hey, and by the way, we have a feature of the month thing going on, and this month we're just letting all of our clients." A friendly reminder to all of our clients about mobile websites. We can mobilize your website for free. We can either do that now or at any time in the future if now is not a good time, but we just wanted to remind you that you get a free mobile website. So whenever you're ready, give us a call back and we'll mobilize your website for free. It's just so awesome because, again, it's just making the product super sticky. Other questions you can ask your client about compliance. Are you using social media? And if they are using social media, go ahead and find them on social media, become a fan of them. Again, anything you can do to keep your relationship open with your clients is a good thing, right? Make sure that they are up to date That's a typo. I apologize. They're up to date with their contact information, especially email. Very often when we set website appointments, a different email is entered than what they actually have. So they're not getting important emails from either their project manager, from their design center, or from customer care, or from maWebCenters that they really need to be getting. So that's one really nice thing that you can do just to make sure that their contact information is up to date is a nice thing. And again, make sure that you're promoting customer care to actually implement all of the technical elements of this follow up, right? So again, you can see what I mean. You don't have to be prepared to answer technical questions, right? You're simply calling and following up and just, highlighting some area of the product and letting them know who's going to help them take care of that, right? Very simple stuff. So, some keys to success: promote using the whole entire product. Customer care, huge. Marketing tools, the editor, SEO, design options, CRM. By the way, you guys, your mind is going to be blown when you see how awesome the new email marketing system is that's getting released after international. So many awesome things coming. Make the product as sticky as possible. And what I mean by sticky is make it just part of their everyday business function, right? As they're running their business and as they're running their own marketing strategies, it's totally essential that they're using all of these tools, because if they're using all of these tools, they are not going to want to leave, right? Because they love the product and they use it on such a big level to market their business. The more they use the entire product, the better client you're going to have. Okay, so now let's take it to the next level. We've just covered some initial strategies for how you can be an excellent customer manager by implementing some very simple follow-up techniques, right? Right after the sale is made, things like logging in, a simple thank you card, and teaching them how to use customer care. And then on a long-term level, things like a feature of the month, or just staying in touch and just calling and asking how the product is going, how's their experience, are they using customer care, those kinds of things, right? So how do we then continue to build off of that relationship, that web center owner to client relationship, to A, sell more product, and B, sell the business, right? Because both of these things are possible, but I just want to caution you, it has to happen at the right time. And these two things are delicate things that have to be handled properly so that you don't compromise that web center owner to client relationship that you've just worked so hard to create, right? You don't want to turn into the jack of all trades, the master of none with your client, because then you're now compromising how they view you as a professional. So let's talk about how to do that. So remember, with shop.com, in addition to helping small to medium sized businesses leverage the web, right? And in addition to helping other businesses have better website presences, you are an internet entrepreneur first, right? We are shop.com, powered by Market America. That is huge, right? That is the ultimate internet entrepreneur opportunity, right? And so as you're working with your website clients, your clients may present other opportunities to do business with them, right? And that will happen with almost every one of your clients, because our business is enormous. We tap into so many billion and even trillion-dollar industries as internet entrepreneurs, and we have thousands of partner stores that they probably shop at anyway. So the chances are your website clients will present, not may, but will present other opportunities to do business. So if you learn how to recognize them and the proper way to leverage those your team and yourself inside of those opportunities, you will absolutely be able to expand your business relationship with them. So what kinds of opportunities am I talking about? Opportunities to build share of customer and to expose the business. I'm talking about opportunities within MA branded products, our preferred customer program and Shop Buddy, partner stores on shop.com site, and a way to generate interest and for them to evaluate the business. So let's take a look. Building share of customer. Ways that we build share of customer, and let me just define that for a quick second. We talk about building share of customer. We talk about how do we sell additional products to our existing customers, excuse me. So, we talk about this in the plan when we show the plan to people. We don't want to have thousands of clients and just sell them random products at any given time. We want to have 10 to 15 loyal customers that we service and that we build share of customer with. So if we start somebody off on a lip gloss, that eventually they're doing lip gloss, primer, foundation, and the blush bronzer duo. Or if we start somebody off with just the core product for TLS, eventually they have the website subscription kit and they have other products as well, and they're also taking our shakes, right? So if we are web center owners, how do we then build share of customer, right? Because as of right now, our line of products is a lot. The amount of products that we can sell, it seems like maybe it's limited, but it's really not. There are other opportunities to sell relevant products to our website clients, and what I mean by that is iTransact or other relevant MA branded products. I'll talk to you about that specifically in a second. And probably the biggest relevant product is shop.com, right? Our biggest relevant product by far is shop.com, and getting our website clients to become preferred customers on shop.com should be like, second nature. We should not have website clients that are not shop.com preferred customers. I'm a strong believer in that. Our preferred customer program and Shop Buddy especially make it so simple. And in my opinion, business owners spend tons of money on their own overhead just to operate their business, never mind what they spend as consumers or just, household members alone, right? So let's get more specific. Let's talk about exclusive products. Think of yourself as a business services provider, right? We sell website solutions. It's an online marketing solution. It's everything you need to market your business online. So what about iTransact? iTransact is our merchant services product, right? And here's why this is easy for you. You are already knowing and have a relationship with plenty of business owners who use merchant services, right? Think about all of your website clients that take credit cards. Probably, 80 to 100% of them swipe credit cards or accept credit cards as a payment method, right? So this is an excellent way for you to add additional residual BV to your business. It follows the exact same referral approach that we teach in the simple sales system for web centers. It's as simple as making a referral, and it's a BV generating machine. You get 40% commission and translate it into BV. So, for example, if you have a restaurant who is a website client, and you've sold them a website, and their website is doing great, you've done all your follow-up stuff, and now and you notice that they take credit cards like most restaurants do. Maybe you want to get them on to use iTransact, and I'll tell you how you can do that in just a second. But let's say iTransact earns $100 a month, from commission from that restaurant taking credit cards. Most likely, a restaurant will earn way more than $100 a month, for iTransact. However, let's just keep it simple and say $100 a month. 40% of that commission for iTransact is translated into monthly BV for you. So this is an incredible opportunity for you to add substantial BV with your website clients. You see how simple that is, you guys? And again, you're already having these professional conversations with your with business owners. It's very easy and very natural for you to then transition into, okay, who does your merchant account, right? Here's how the iTransact system works. The first thing that you need to do is you have to ask the question, who does your merchant account? Right? And then they're going to say, whatever bank or whatever credit card processor that they use. And the second thing that you're going to do once they tell you the answer, regardless of what the answer is, unless it's iTransact, you're going to say, I have a business partner who saves most merchants 10 to 25% on credit card processing. Would you like me to see how much we can save you? And guys, if there's one thing that business owners hate, they hate spending money on credit card transactions. Think of all of the places that you go to where they turn around and say you have to spend at least $10 or because it's not worth it for them financially to swipe your card on that transaction. I mean, it's just one of those things that has become, an industry standard that businesses will accept credit cards, but the business owners spend so much money in order to accept those credit cards. So if you turned around and responded with the simple statement, I have a business partner who can save most merchants 10 to 25% on credit card processing, do you think that they might be interested? Of course they would. It's really, really simple. And what's really best about this situation is from there, you literally just turn it over to iTransact and they take care of it. iTransact will talk to your client and they will run what's called a sure save analysis. And what that means is, regardless of what they're being charged for their merchant services at that time, iTransact will try to beat it by 10 to 25%. So, I mean, that's incredible. That is super incredible because it's not even competition, right? Because they analyze what they're currently spending for credit card fees, and then they make a proposal to save them 10 to 25%, depending on what their analysis shows up that they could do, and then they sign them on as an account. And again, you get 40% of the monthly commission that iTransact earns. You get that in BV. It's very, very simple, very easy way to build share of customer with your clients, right? And again, I think that this is a very simple and natural product to bring up. Now, what about other Market America brands, right? Sometimes you're going to have an opportunity to recommend other products, right? As a web center major, though, it's again, I know I just said this already, but it's extremely important that you do this in a way that doesn't brand you the jack of all trades and the master of none. It's extremely important for you to protect that relationship that you have, as a B2B company, as a business to business company. So I think that at that point, we're really left with two solid options for recommending products, Market America products, to our clients. And those two options are, the traditional way that we sell products, where we share a story and it's one-to-one marketing, right? And then the second way is to edify a business partner. So let me show you what I mean by that. Well, in a traditional sense, that one-to-one marketing sense, you share a story and you would sell a product, just like you would do with a neighbor or a friend or a colleague or whatever. So, for example, if you are seeing a client several months later, maybe you're driving down and you happen to pass by the gym that you used to work at, or that you sold a website to. You just decide, you know what, I'm gonna go in, I'm gonna see how they're doing, right? And then they compliment you and they say, oh, you look like you lost weight. I had that happen to me for like a year, and I hadn't even lost weight. I guess I just must have not been dressing myself very well, because I had people saying that to me for a while. Although I did lose a little bit of weight from after pregnancy, but that happens. Someone will compliment you on, hey, you look like you've been working out, or hey, your makeup looks awesome, or they'll say something like that. People like to compliment each other because it's just a nice thing to do. So at that point, you would say, just like a traditional one to marketing sense, you'd say like, hey, thanks, I've been really working hard and been following the TLS system to stay on track. Have you heard of it? Right? It's important that you keep it simple, that you tell the truth, and that you end in a question. Have you heard of it? And most likely they would say no, and you would follow up from there, right? You have the same one-on-one conversation that you would have had with any of your friends or colleagues about TLS at that point. You'd say, oh, I love the system. It's simple to follow, and you create great body composition, and all of those kinds of things. The kinds of things that come up about products in situations with clients are things about weight loss or health, nutrition. The key is not to be an expert in these areas during the conversation. It's simply to share a story and to stick with that simple one-to-one marketing technique that you do. So if you're talking to a website client and they compliment you on weight loss or something, and you turn around and you say, I've been really working hard and following that TLS system, that's great. Just share the story. Unless you're a personal trainer, you don't have to then turn into one in order to sell TLS, right? That's not what TLS is about. The same thing is true with makeup. If someone says, I really like your eyeliner, or I really like your eyeshadow, or whatever, it's a great color, you don't then have to turn into some sort of cosmetician to be able to sell motives, right? That's not how that works. So just keep it normal and keep it real. It's really simple. Number two, edify a business partner. You would use this technique for larger scale opportunities. And what I mean by that is, you're not talking about a one-to-one selling opportunity. You're talking about a larger scale opportunity. So, don't tell them about your, again, exclusive TLS brand or system. You've already positioned yourself as a web center owner professional, right? Instead, you're going to edify a business partner and sell an appointment. Does that sound familiar, guys? Sell an appointment? That's what we do with the website business, right? We sell appointments. Well, you can do that exact same process right here to sell an appointment so that you can eventually sell some more product. And here's what I mean by that. Hey Lisa, how's the website going? It's looking beautiful. And by the way, this is your client that owns a gym, okay? So your client owns a gym that you just drove by and you're now walking into. And you say, you do your normal follow up stuff. And then you say, hey, listen, I was showing your website to an affiliate of mine and she absolutely loved it. Actually, she works with gyms and wellness practices all the time to help people healthfully lose body fat and get into shape with the TLS solution. Do you keep your options open? And then Lisa will say, yeah, that sounds awesome. Great. You know what? I'm going to have Emily give you a call. And it's so simple, right? Now, at this point, you've now opened the door to get TLS classes and products into a gym that you sold a website to. It's really that simple. And the only reason that it works is because you're not doing everything. The important thing to stress here is team. So think of all the opportunities that you have to build share of customer by edifying a business partner or to simply just share a story and sell a product one to one. You can also get website referrals from people that are doing business inside of these other opportunities. Now, we already just recently did a mixing majors website, which gets really specific about all these things, but I want to go ahead and flip through the product lines again because I want you to get your brain thinking and your juices flowing about the different opportunities that you really do have to sell more product with your website clients. So MA Capital Resources, do you have any website clients that are real estate agents or bankers or financial advisors or planners or bankruptcy or debt attorneys or debt consolidators? If you have website clients that do things like this, there's an opportunity, a very simple and relevant opportunity for you to sell MA Capital Resources. But what about Conquer Entertainment? Do you have any website clients that are artists or managers or that own or operate recording studios or that are producers or production companies, choreographers, videographers, venues, right? Restaurants and clubs, artists, marketing companies, or any writers. These are all people that could be website clients that would be an excellent opportunity for you to edify a certified artist developer, right? And you could get that CAD in your organization to then talk about Conquer. It's all about leveraging each other, guys, so that you can sell more product in your business and also sell more websites. It works both ways, right? Energy products. Do you know any bars that would want to mix some, mocha tonics or dance studios or organizations, offices, guys, attorneys, students, 24/7 gyms, right? People that have to stay up late or, hey, childcare facilities. Imagine how much better, a childcare provider or teacher would be if they had a little mocha tonics in the morning instead of coffee, right? These are all great opportunities, again, not only to sell product inside of your website clients, but it works both ways. If you have an attorney, if you know an attorney that's buying mocha tonics in your organization, talk with whoever is selling that mocha tonics to them in your group about how you might be able to set up a website appointment. It's an excellent way to leverage each other, you guys. AutoWorks, do you know any detailers, car dealerships, car washes, antique car shows, antique car dealers, races? Those kinds of places are excellent places to sell the AutoWorks line. The pet health line. Do you have any veterinarian website clients, adoption centers, shelters, pet spas, pet stores, animal attractions, right? We were driving home from New Jersey and we literally saw a huge truck fly by with, they were a part of the cat circus. It was a traveling cat circus. And they had all these beautiful pictures of their cats on the outside, detailed onto the outside of their big truck of their cats in action, no website, and I wonder if they would also be an excellent candidate for pet health. Right, my options are very open. I love being a web center owner, but I keep my options open. Snap, residential cleaning, commercial cleaning, restaurants, retail stores, offices, schools, churches, organizations. Again, they all clean their facilities. Snap is a great thing to get in there. Motives and personal care, salons, spas, resorts, your OBGYN, nail salons, estheticians, massage therapists, dance and gym studios. Guys, there are so many opportunities, service based places that you can get this into. Oh my gosh, motives and personal care can go into anything. Health and nutrition. gyms, personal trainers, nutrition consultants, sports organizations, your football clubs, baseball clubs, little league, studios, massage therapists, doctors, health professionals, all excellent areas. And that goes right into Nutrimetrics, the same exact thing. Think about all of these opportunities. By the way, I hope that these industries that I'm saying are jogging your memory for website client possibilities as well, because I'm telling you, you have a huge opportunity here, not only to sell more websites, but to sell more product in general. You guys, oh my goodness, I am so excited because one of our team members, we have a website sold to a huge medical practice, and one of our team members just got back from the Nutrimetrics training and has officially signed on that client as a Nutrimetrics HP1 and some, actually there were several HP1s that came out of that. But it's just crazy because I couldn't have done that. I'm a web center owner. I love and respect the Nutrimetrics program. It's an excellent system all around, and I love what Lauren Sauerbeck and Brandy have done with it. But I don't know how to implement Nutrimetrics into my website client, but I had a partner in my group that did, and that was super important and that's going to essentially strengthen my business, right? TLS, same thing, gyms, trainers, professionals, schools, organizations, anybody that you would sell Nutrimetrics or health products to would be a great TLS candidate as well. Guys, the possibilities are endless. The key is that you need to be aware of the potential future relationships, which is why I took the time to go through those slides one last time, because we can talk about it, that these things might come up, but if you're prepared for that conversation, it's way more successful, right? If you are walking into your gym and you're thinking in the back of your head that you want to get TLS into that gym, it's so much easier for you to prepare for that conversation than to just kind of be like, what do you mean that you're interested in these kinds of things? You know what I mean? So make sure your approach is normal, make sure that it's natural for you, and it's in alignment with how you initially positioned yourself. With that being said, if you use the simple sales approach with a gym, for example, and you recommended our website solution using that referral approach, and you said, I work with a great company who has an entire division that specializes in helping businesses like yours to leverage the internet. I can get you an appointment. What works best for you, mornings or afternoons? Let's say that was your approach, and the reason that was your approach is because you do specialize in TLS. Then you would have your response with that gym, that website client would be different, right? At that point, you could say, I'm glad that you went with our website division. I'm glad that you're happy with your website and things are going great. Listen, I do happen to specialize in helping people to healthfully lose body fat and to live a healthier lifestyle. I'd love to set up an appointment to talk to you a little bit more about that. Do you keep your options open? Is there a time that would work for you? Right? Whatever is natural for you is the kind of response that you want to go with. Use your team if you're not specializing in TLS or motives or Nutrimetrics. Leverage each other. Give each other referrals within your group to maximize customer share. Let's talk about recruiting with shop.com. All right? Think about all of the clients that you have already. Have you introduced them to shop.com yet? It's a great way to build rapport because it's a value-added service. Even if all that they do with expanding your business is they become a shop.com preferred customer, that's still expanding customer share for yourself. That's still giving yourself an opportunity to earn IBV and to lead to other opportunities, right? But it's a value-added service because you're providing them a better way to shop. You're paying them to shop, and you're giving them better deals, and you're simplifying their shopping experience, right? So think about all the potential clients and you can also, by the way, this is an excellent follow-up strategy. If a potential website client said no and the timing wasn't right for them, you can do this with them, or you could do this with existing clients. It works either way. It's a great way to reconnect and get in the back door. So there's a little chart in the Web Center Getting Started guide that it labels your name of the client, if they're a preferred customer, whether they've evaluated the business, and if they've given you any referrals for business. It's just a nice way to stay on track, and you can use these tools to stay organized. So let's take a look. Business owners generally have a ton of overhead, and they have no time, right? Business owners work more than employed people, and small business owners most of the time work more than employed people in most times, right? So when the time is right for them, invite them for a way to save some money and to earn cash back, right? Ask them, where do they purchase materials for their business? Ask them a specific question. This is so important. You cannot send your website clients to shop.com and tell them to have a good time. Ask them a specific question and then fill them in about your website. Say something like, hey, George, in addition to helping businesses leverage the internet, I'm also an internet entrepreneur, right? If you're already buying your materials at Home Depot anyway, I can get you a free preferred customer account with my website with shop.com, and you can earn cash back on all your purchases, and nothing else will change. You can still order from Home Depot and you can still pick up your deliveries. Everything stays the same except for the fact that you'll get your deals, your coupons messaged right to you, and you're going to be paid to shop there anyway. And then show them their favorite store on their website. If they're interested, then you would sign them up as a preferred customer and you'd have them download Shop Buddy. All right, so identifying specific needs is key. And by the way, this translates into any shop.com potential customer that you have. You need to simplify it at first so that they will actually use it. If you don't simplify the experience for a new shop.com user, the adoption is close to zero. So it's really important that you ask questions so that you can find stores that are relevant to show them, that will generate interest. So ask, business owners have expenses. So where do you buy office supplies? Where do you buy your materials? Do you take your clients out to eat? Do you ever travel for work? Do you run contests in your office for sales? Do you shop online at all? Right? What are your favorite stores? Almost all business owners have or will shop at Staples, Office Max, or Shoplet, or whatever. Or you can, even better now, within the past few weeks, you can now show them how to shop direct, which is even better. So at that point, if they just don't want to shop direct and they want to just go through Staples because that's what they like to do, show them how to shop at Staples and say, hey, so when you shop at Staples, you can get 2% cash back. And when you get there, you can see all of the coupon codes that are relevant for Staples right now. And you don't have to Google it or look it up, right? Show them how to do that. And now this is actually, in my opinion, the genius behind shop.com. Shop.com is a beautiful website. There's a million things on it, but I am absolutely in love with Shop Buddy, because with Shop Buddy, you don't have to go through shop.com. As long as it's a shop.com partner store, you will be credited your cash back, and it will catch you before you complete a sale to show you all the coupon codes and make sure you're logged in, right? You'll never miss a deal or a coupon code. Your updates are updated daily. You never miss out on cashback again, and everything that you want, all of your favorite brands, is there. And now, even better, recently within the past week, when you log on to, when you look for a product on Google or something, or if you Google anything and your results populate, if it's a shop.com store, this little S right here, this little logo appears in the top left corner of every single result in Google. How amazing is that? You guys have to check that out. Shop Buddy is incredible. So here's what you do. When you go to your shop.com website, what you want to do is you click on this little orange ad here that says, OMG, meet your new BFF. And when you click on that, it will take you here. And it will ask you to go ahead and download Shop Buddy for free. And what that will do is that will populate a really nice toolbar at the top of your internet browser, so that every time you go to a website directly that's a partner store, this will pop up, this little blue thing, and it will show you all of the coupon codes that are relevant for whatever store you're on. So if you're at Target and you don't go through shop.com first and you go to target.com, this will pop up, and it will tell you all of the Target coupon codes, and it will remind you to be signed in so you can be earning cash back on all of your Target purchases. You guys, for business owners, again, what did I say from the beginning? They have very little time, and they have lots of overhead. So we can save them money, which is great, but the time thing is a factor. And if going through shop.com takes extra time, even if it's just 5 to 30 seconds extra, it's 5 to 30 seconds extra that they don't want to spend, and Shop Buddy eliminates that excuse. So I just feel like distributors, customers, website customers, and everybody alike should have Shop Buddy. It's a no-brainer. So finally, we've talked about so many options to build share of customer with products and with shop.com, right? And you've generated some additional interest. And I do think it works better if you go in this order. But you may want to have your clients eventually evaluate the business. And why would you want to do that? Well, your clients are business owners. They're already entrepreneurial spirited or minded, right? They already think out of the box. They're self-motivated people. They're interested in making their own money. They don't want to rely on other people to make their money, right? They're excellent unfranchised prospects just by definition because of who they are. So when the time is right, it's a great idea to ask them to evaluate your business, right? Remember, you're not a web designer. You are an internet entrepreneur. So go ahead and open up that conversation when the time is right. So you might say something like, George, you're obviously very business savvy. I totally respect you. You're running an excellent business. You're already saving money online with us with shop.com, and you're partnered with us on our site. Listen, would you be interested in learning more ways that you can earn money with this website? And almost every business owner will say yes, because almost every real entrepreneur or business owner is interested in multiple streams of income. And if you've just shown them what a great website it is, and they're already a consumer on that website and they love the website, then of course they'd be interested in learning a little bit more. Or if you want to be less direct, another option is to use the evaluation approach and say, George, listen, we're looking to expand our business with two great people. Do you know anyone who would want to earn some extra money part time? I'm looking for people who are well connected, who are friendly, organized, and professional, right? Now, by the way, there's a lot of really great buzz questions in there that are going to, hopefully generate some interest with George directly. But at the very least, you're just asking him for some referrals, right? So when you're hoping, whether you are hoping for them to become a partner with you, or if you're hoping that they'll just give you a referral, right? You need to show them the plan, because they can't give you a good referral unless they know what the opportunity is. So I recommend that 22-minute video, up and down, because it's a great overview. It's short, it's sweet, and it will pique their interest, and it will also make a better, clear idea and a better definition for what kinds of prospects you're looking to work with your own franchise, right? But it's very important that you don't rush this, right? You don't want to show them the plan until the timing is right. You need to, I mean, it really does help you guys to start with that preferred customer program with ShopBuddy, because again, you've just spent all this time to build a relationship, to sell the website, to build more relationships on top of that by implementing some simple follow-up approaches. And if you're too aggressive too soon until you've gained their trust, you can really, really compromise that. And you don't want to do that. So just take your time. I do this all the time. It takes longer, but it's so worth it, because the prospects are such high quality. Back in the day, they used to talk about the concept of recruiting up, which was just really recruiting with high qualified prospects. Your website clients are those people. Your website clients are entrepreneurs already, and they're worth talking to about the business. I mean, they would just, and they are so well positioned to be successful with Market America and shop.com. And so it's really important that you take your time and you do it right. All right. So beyond the sale, to be successful, it all comes down to caring about your prospect. You want to invest a little bit of time initially to follow up right away, right from the start. Show them how to log into their website. Show them how to contact their resources. Let them know about any updates or maybe a feature of the month. Have a long-term plan for staying in touch with your website client. That could even just be becoming a fan of them on Facebook and, commenting on their stuff every once in a while. Do something to stay to keep that relationship going. The long-term plan is the feature of the month, updates that come out like mobile, the new customer relationship management system that's coming out, the new email marketing that's coming out. That'll be a great thing to talk about. And then finally, you want to identify other possibilities or opportunities that will present themselves, whether that would be for MA branded products that are relevant or shop.com, or to bring them on as a business partner. You guys, the Web Center program is just such an excellent way to build your own franchise. There are so many possibilities. And just like because of the quality and the nature of the people that we're working with as clients, there are so many possibilities and opportunities to do more, to build those relationships either into bigger customers than they already are, or into excellent business partners with shop.com. So I'm really excited, and thank you so much for joining us. We will resume on the first Tuesday of August. I hope everybody's getting ready for International Convention. And so if you're looking for Any tips on that? I just want to share some really quickly, because I think it's important that you all get to international convention. The international convention totally changed my life. We actually, my husband wrote a blog about our first experience there a few years ago. And when he first went to international convention, we had every reason and excuse not to go. We were seniors in college. He had just dropped out of college. We had I think less than $50 in our bank account. I was still 19, and he was a little bit older than that. But yeah, I mean, it was just, we were not the right people. We were living in New England, and that was in Miami. So the idea of us getting down all the way down the coast to Miami seemed next to impossible. Oh, and I was also pregnant, and we were so poor at the time that I was literally like living off of cereal and ramen noodles because that's all I could afford. So again, the idea of us getting there was next to impossible. But someone said, look, if you really want to make a change, you have to go there. And I fought him tooth and nail. I was like, this is not going to happen. I just don't understand what you're talking about. You have no idea how hard it is for us to even pay bills right now. And and if you read the blog, you'll find out what we did. But we problem solved. We got Ryan down to the event, and the rest is history. We just hit supervising coordinator, and we're not stopping there. And it's all, and I know for a fact that we would have quit this business if we didn't get down there in time, because we just wouldn't have had the tools that we needed to be successful. So, go ahead, go to, it's beingjrridinger.com, or it's also on, I think, Market America's blog right now, but read the story because there's also some really great tips. What it came down to for us at that time when we were in such a horrible situation was we needed someone to step in and help us to find solutions. We had so many challenges to get down to that event that we needed to overcome, and we just needed a little bit of help to come over those challenges. So I encourage you to identify all of the people in your group that are not yet committed to going to international, and find out why they're not going. And once you find out why they're not going, do whatever you can to help them overcome that challenge, because you can really do a great thing for their life. You have no idea how powerful getting to international can be, and what a life-changing event that will be. So if they can't find a ride, find someone that has an extra seat in the car. If they can't, afford the hotel room, that's fine. Find someone that's willing to let them split a hotel room 4 or 5 ways. I mean, you guys, you got to be creative. If you want it, you'll make it happen. And I'm telling you, the Web Center program is going to be announcing a ton of new things, as will every other product line, as will all kinds. You're going to hear from incredible business builders, from all of the amazing techniques that they're using that are working. And it's going to give you all of the professional development that you really need to become a professional and to do well with this business. So make sure you get down there, and you become a professional travel agent over the next couple of weeks, and you help people to overcome whatever they can to get there. All right, I'm going to take a few questions, and thank you again, and I'll see you in the first Tuesday of August.